Will 10 minutes a day for 100 days grow my skills from beginner to master? Let's see. 10 minutes a day for 100 days of flexibility training. This is the recap for day 1 through 10. I'm going to be as honest as I can throughout these recaps. One, so that I can see how I feel like the journey is going and how it went, as well as so that so anyone watching can also get the information. I really am doing this 10 by 100, 10 minutes a day for 100 days of any type of skill I can develop or any kind of challenge that I want to take on, so that I can improve myself in one way or another, so that I can be a better husband, a better father, a better friend, a better son, just a better man in general. And so these challenges are really important for me, man. I need to figure out how make this thing stop sagging every time it hits a bump. But the 100 days, or the first 10 days for the flexibility training, the stretching, I would say has been really beneficial. I've really felt the benefit from it in a lot of different ways. There we go. That should be good. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Anyway, I feel like I've really gotten the benefit from it. In only 10 days, I think that my body still doesn't feel amazing. Like, I still don't feel like I am a flexible person. I want at the end of 100 days, I want to say, yeah, I am a flexible person physically. Now, as far as my schedule goes, man, I'm flexible. But in physically, flexibility is really hard. I'm super tight on every part of my body. Still, my body hurts all the time. And I'm sure some people can relate to those feelings, because it's just the way life is sometimes. And doing this flexibility training, day one and 2 were just terrible. Like, it's just the way it was. It hurt really bad. None of it really felt good or refreshing on day 1 and 2. And day 1 and 2 were very, like I was with my cold showers. I was very excited. I was very hyped up on it. I was very much looking forward to doing it every single day. And so, no matter how my body felt, mentally I felt very excited about doing it, and very excited about at least just being able to stretch together. And especially the fact that my family wanted to do it with me. I wasn't expecting any of that to happen. I was planning on setting up a video and not saying a word while I just stretched for 10 minutes. But the fact that my family wanted to join in with me is very exciting for me, even more. And so day 1 and 2 was just pretty awesome. My kids were a little rowdy. They're not used to a camera being around. They're not used to video. They're not used to, they're just not used to that kind of stuff. And so day 1 and 2 were awesome, but they were hard. Stretching was just really hard. Now day 3 and 4, those 2 days were pretty good too. I feel like those days my kids and my family started to buy in to this challenge, especially Ezekiel. He just loves doing it now. But day 3 and 4 were pretty important, just to be able to stay with it and stay consistent with it. It still felt exciting. I felt like I noticed after I was done stretching, I noticed how good it felt after I was done. And I'm stretching at night, so it's not like I'm starting my day stretching so I can feel refreshed for the day. I was doing it at night, and so I noticed that after I would stretch, I would have a little bit more energy, in addition to the energy that I had from taking my cold showers. But I had more energy after stretching, and it made it pretty hard to go to bed, if I'm being completely honest. I was staying up later than normal. I was, you know, not doing anything productive, watching TV or just being on my phone or editing some videos, just like minor stuff. And so that was kind of how day 4 and 5 went, or 3 and 4 went. And then day 5 and 6, and even 7 really, day 5, 6, and 7, kind of felt like it kind of felt like a chore to a point. And then on day 7, it felt like a milestone. You know, a week of doing something I set out to do was pretty exciting. Now it's just still hard either way. No matter what I try to do right now, with my schedule being so busy as it always is, you know, with 3 kids and with a business and with this channel and with all the things I'm doing with life, it's still hard and it's still busy. But it felt like a chore on day 4 and 5, and then day 7 felt like a milestone. Like, man, we made it 1 full week of doing this, and I know that I'm gonna make it to 100 days. It just felt really exciting to have like our first milestone in a way. And so 5 and 6, I was kind of anticipating day 7 a little bit. So now day 8 and 9, 8, 9, and 10, I can kind of bunch them up together. Felt just horrible. I mean, my kids weren't really around, my kids weren't really available, and they were what was making it so exciting for me every single day. It's just being able to do the stretching with my kids and see the joy on their face and be able to laugh with them and bond with them, and that is what made it so exciting. And day 8, 9, and 10, maybe it was a little bit of 7, I don't really fully remember, but it just didn't feel as exciting. I had one late night. I remember that they were already in bed, and so I had to do a stretch without them, and that was the first night that it was pretty sad. I don't remember which one it was, but I do remember 8, 9, and 10 was, I don't know, just wasn't very exciting because the kids weren't really necessarily in it. They started getting sick on one of those days, I think, and they're starting to feel better now, thankfully. But it just was bland for me because my kids bring so much joy to my life that it just was really, it felt even harder to do this stretching challenge for 10 minutes for 100 days because it felt like I was going to be doing it the way that I had originally planned on doing it, and that was without my family involved. But then since my family got involved, it just felt fantastic. And so it wasn't even about the stretching anymore. It was about the bonding with my family and my kids, and just doing something different that was kind of out of the ordinary from what we normally do, which normally we just eat dinner and then we talk, maybe play a couple games and then go to bed. But it was just something different that was very exciting. And thankfully, Ezekiel is back at it with me. It's day 14 today, so thankfully he's back, and so is the rest of the family. Ezra doesn't really necessarily care as much, but he still wants to be around, which is nice. But yeah, so I mean, I feel like that's a pretty good summation, a pretty good recap. I'd say the biggest 2 wins from this first 10 days is, the first win is the consistency of actually doing it. And even when I don't want to do it, especially on the days my family isn't around, the consistency of doing it, I think, was the first big win. Because physically I am feeling better, and I'm getting a little bit of energy out of it, and my body doesn't hurt as much after these first 10 days. But I think the second biggest win has just been bringing my family into this process so that they can join in and we can bond and we can have fun and we can laugh and we can just do something together that's different than our normal. And now, I mean, it's going to become our new normal after 100 days. And so I'm sure there's going to be other ways that things are going to mold and change and shift, because that's how families go. But I think those are my two biggest wins. Is first, the consistency, because I'm noticing more energy and I'm feeling better physically a little bit, not really much, but a little bit. And then two, the bonding with my family. And the biggest struggle has been not being able to do this with my family on those couple of days. It was hard for me to have the motivation to set up the camera, set up the tripod, set up an area while they're also sick, because I taking 10 minutes out of my time at home to do this video when I really want to just be taking care of them and being with them. But yeah, I mean, honestly, really awesome first 10 days. I'd love if you can follow along this journey. I'd love for you to be a part of it. And if you start doing this with your family, say it in the comments down below. Say, I'm in for this journey, or I'm in with my family, or just something, because it is awesome. It is really awesome. So like, subscribe, comment, share, do all those things. Peace.